Hey guys, it's Rose, your Top of Bricks here with another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing a live commentary and looking at some LEGO Harry Potter sets, particularly ones which have been done multiple times, and we're going to be comparing the old versions versus the new versions. Old versions and looking at ones basically before 2011, and then the new ones we're going to be looking at are going to be from 2018 onwards on that revamp, and we're going to be comparing them, giving my thoughts and opinions, which one was better value, which one I prefer, and also just observing, how far LEGO has come over those last 10-20 years. Okay, so starting with Forbidden Corridor, so this is a 2001 set, then was re-released 20 years later in 2021. I do actually prefer the old version. I'm still taking into account the time period, so this was 20 years ago, but still, a lot of the set is actually better. I mean, we've got Devil's Snare, which I actually think is much better. The new one is all black and it's just very lackluster. We've got a staircase as well, which makes sense going up to the top. The trapdoor builds, it's basically the same. Very similar technique used. The Fluffy, I know a lot of people do prefer the old Fluffy, but I do prefer the new one. I think the body for the old one is better because the new one is all brick built and it looks ghastly, but the old body looks pretty good with all just one big piece, and I think the feet do look better as well, but the heads I'm not a fan of the head. I'd say an advantage to the new one, if you can get that up now, is that it's got more of the building, more Hogwarts. Because the last one, we only really get this one thing on the top right hand side, but the new one, at least we get a lot of the castle there. But then the new one has a lot of irrelevant stuff. Like we get a classroom, which isn't really a classroom, is it? It's just a room off to the side. The harp's the wrong colour, it's yellow, and pearl gold. It should either be all yellow or all pearl gold. It looks stupid being both. It also doesn't make sense in this configuration because you've got the balcony at the bottom below the trapdoor, which again doesn't make any sense. Then you've got nowhere to put the classroom, and if you do it the other way around, where you can, it's a different configuration. I haven't got an image of it here, but you can have the classroom above the balcony and then the Devil's Snare off to the side. That works out, because it finds a place for the classroom, but then obviously, like I said, Devil's Snare is off to the side of Fluffy, and not underneath the trapdoor, so it doesn't really work in that respect either. Again, I'm not a big fan of this set. I've already done a video basically ripping into it. Yeah, I'll leave a link for that down in the description below, but yeah, I'm not a fan of this set. We'll have a look at the next one. We've got Hagrid's Hut. This was a wow, look at this. You can definitely tell this is a 2001, can't you? Yeah, not really a fan of this set. The roof pieces are actually made out of paper. I believe the 2001 version of Hogwarts Castle also has a paper roof, if I remember correctly, building it all those years ago. The figures in the set, Hagrid and Dumbledore are fine. I do like how we get some accessories. We get this kind of carriage, and we also get like a little cage for a mouse. I guess that's cool. And if we look at the new one now, yeah, it's so much better. But this actually isn't my favourite version because this version is the one from the Prison of Azkaban, and Hagrid's hut changes throughout the film. So for the first and second film, it's more of the old style. It's a single building. Then in the third film, he magically gets an extension. Not a lot of people actually know that, but every single Hagrid's hut set, apart from this one, has been based on the first and the second one. First and the second film, and then this is the only Hagrid's hut which has been based off of the Prison of Azkaban. And I do prefer the 1 and 2 version. So my favourite Hagrid's hut set will probably be 2010, I think, with the light up brick inside. I think this also has a light up brick inside. This one definitely wins out on the minifigures. We get 6 in this set. We get Hagrid, Fudge, McNair, Hermione, Harry and Ron. We also get Buckbeak, but we don't get any Aragog, but that's fine because we got him a year earlier, because this was 2019. We got one in 2018 in the Forbidden Forest set, so yeah, that doesn't really bother me. It was quite expensive, this set, though. I think it was about £50, or was it 60? I think, yeah, $60, £50, so it's quite expensive, but it's definitely better than the one in 2001. Another 2001 set, we've got the Hogwarts Express. This is a pretty solid design apart from the wheels. This didn't really change in design much either throughout the years. Only until 2010 did it really properly change, because the one we got in 2004, no, we got two in 2004, yeah. They were basically exactly the same as this, apart from they had windows in the actual, like, panes of glass in the actual windows, and I believe there's another couple changes, maybe some sticker changes, but that was it. But in 2010 it was completely different. Now, I do still have this set, I think, but it's not built. But the one in 2018 was by far the best one we've ever had. It is a bit too squat, it is a bit too short, however, it's easily the best. Just the train wheels alone make it that much better. I also love how the carriage, you can open it, like, it's like a door and it just swings open for easy access. That's really clever. The minifigures are great. We get the Trolley Witch, Hermione, Lupin, Harry, Ron, and you get a Dementor, and that Dementor's fantastic. The station as well is one of the best stations. It's up there with the Hogsmeade station for the motorised version of this set we got in 2004. But I'd say this is even better. One thing I would change though about this set is changing the colour, because it's not that bright a colour red. In the films it's actually a maroon colour, so I'd make it a dark red, but that's probably the only change I'd make. I'd make it probably a bit longer because it's a bit too squat as well, but they're just slight adjustments. Then we got 2001, not the best image, but I wanted to show off the inside. So this is the Hogwarts Castle. Now, the remake I'm doing is actually the Chamber of Secrets set, and you know, the name kind of misleads it, but it is, the Chamber of Secrets set is basically a complete remake of this set. It's just got a Chamber of Secrets underneath it. You'll see what I mean when I'll flick over to it now. So you can see the design is basically exactly the same. So this is why I'm using this set as a comparison. So this set was the first Hogwarts Castle set. It's got a lot of nostalgia, but I'm really not a fan of this set. It's so empty as well. Just the interior. Look how big the Great Hall is. I mean, basically get barely any interior inside of it. You get a gate thing off to the side where the boats, I think the boats are depicted to go through it on the front of the box. We don't actually really get any classrooms either. I guess that one above where Snape is a classroom. We get the astronomy tower, I think, above that as well, but again, it's so very lackluster. I can't imagine people having much fun with this set. And fun fact, in the Great Hall, where that middle bit is, can actually swing open to reveal Peeves inside of it. And Peeves is the only Lego Harry Potter figure to feature in any set who doesn't appear in any film. They plan to appear him in the films. That's why he's included in 2 Harry Potter sets from 2001, I believe. But obviously he was cut out for like the final cut, so he never actually appears in the film. So that's a little fun fact for you. And those are the paper roofs you see on the Great Hall. Yeah. The Chamber of Secrets set though is absolutely fantastic. I need to get another one. I was tempted to the other day when I saw it on sale for £90, but I held out. Just the minifigures alone make this a great set. Obviously you get Gilderoy Lockhart, Professor Sinistra, Harry, Colin Creevey, Luna, which is really weird because she's not in this film at all. Doesn't actually appear in any film for another 3 years. She only appears in the Order of the Phoenix and onwards. We also get a Golden Voldemort for the 20th anniversary. What's his name? I forgot his name. Is it Justin Finch Fletchley? I think it's him. Yeah. Dumbledore, Glow in the Dark, Nearly Headless Nick, Ginny, and Tom Riddle. And we also get the Basilisk as well. The set is absolutely fantastic. Just comparing the interior and how bright and colourful and jam-packed it is compared to the old one, it's not even a comparison. And then we've got the Quidditch set. So again, the Quidditch sets haven't really changed much. Aesthetically they have, but in principle what you actually get in them, not at all really. We get 3 hoops, and we've never had a Quidditch set with 6 hoops. It's honestly, it does my head in. So basically every single time we get one of these sets, we have to buy 2 of them to have a full pitch. This one though is definitely the worst of the lot. The only thing I like about this set, which is better than the ones later, is the fact that the snitch is actually in chrome rather than pearl gold. But looking at the 2018 version, we get 4 stands rather than just 1. We also get a golden hoop rather than just a dark grey one. But apart from that, it's basically the same. Better minifigures, sure, but they've not made huge strides in those last 20 years, if I'm going to be honest. Then we've got Privet Drive. Again, this set is absolutely appalling. It just looks nothing like Privet Drive. I think the forward angular looks good. It really does for the time period. But the house, oh my goodness. Yeah, I never owned this set, and I don't blame myself for not picking this one up. But yeah, looking at the new one, it's just absolutely leagues ahead. This one's not perfect either, if I remember, because I think there's a garage, isn't there, on one side which goes out further. It doesn't actually include that section, and I think this needed some sort of garden at the front, just a little bit of the driveway with some fences. This one wasn't a perfect set, but it was pretty damn good. The minifigures, obviously, we get Dobby, which this Dobby I'm not actually a fan of. I think the 2010 version of Dobby was the best version, but we'll save that for another video. Ron, Harry, and then the 3 Dursleys. And the forward angular, which, yeah, I'd say it looks better than the old one, but again, I do respect that the old one was 2001, so, you know. Then we've got the night bus. I've actually done a review comparing all 3 night buses. I remember I spent ages doing that video, but I didn't really get any views, so I'll leave the link for that in the description below if you want to see that. Yeah, this is the 2004 version. This is actually my favourite version of the night bus, and the reason why is because the grille is brick built. They've not just kind of, you know, tried to replicate it with a sticker, which I think is lazy. There's also no stickers in this set, and I also like the fact that this is the tallest night bus set and the thinnest, which is more accurate in terms of proportions to the one in the film. Looking at the new one here, it does look more sleek and shiny, but like I say, they've just used a sticker for the grille. There is a lot of stickers in this set. One thing that is better about this set than the other sets, though, is that to open this up, it's similar to the Hogwarts Express. It kind of wings open on the side, so it's like a big door for easy access. You don't have to like take off every single floor just to get inside of it like you did with the old ones. Even the 2011 version, you had to do that. So yeah. Then we've got the Graveyard Duel set from 2005, and this is actually going to be a tough one because I really like both versions, the 2005 version and the 2019 version, but I'll probably go with this one. I'd say this one just edges it, only because of the fact that LEGO went absolutely all out on the detail. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different buildable like objects in this set. You get 4 tombstones. We get a cart, a tree, a big fence section, and we get a shed as well. Like, we don't even see most of this in the film, but they decided to give us them anyway, so thank you, LEGO, I guess. We also get 7 minifigures in this set. 7. 2 skeletons, a, Tom Riddle's grave tomb thing, and we also get Harry, Wormtail, a Death Eater as Lucius Malfoy, and Voldemort as well. So, again, absolutely fantastic set. And I'd definitely say it's better than the one we got in 2019. And this is a smaller set, and even though they did retail for a similar price point, you've got to take into effect inflation in those 14 years, so this is probably quite a bit cheaper by £5–10. But we don't really get too much in this set. We get like a raised ground, which is pretty cool, and you can have a play feature where you can put Voldemort where the kind of the 2x2 gap is in the floor there, the brown one, and you can have it so he flips up out of the ground, which again is pretty cool. We get the cauldron, we get the Triwizard Cup, but I'm not really a fan of this build. I much prefer the one in the advent calendar, or the one we saw in the Series 1 CMF with Cedric Diggory, because that's just one big cup piece. But yeah, we get 1, 2 gravestones, not including Tom Riddle's, which is fantastic, by the way. But what's better about this set is certainly the minifigures. Voldemort is more accurate this time with no glow-in-the-dark head, though I really do like that figure. Wormtail is 10 times better than the last one, and so's the Death Eater. He is 10 times better than the last one. He has a white face, or white mask I should say, rather than a black one, which is more accurate. He's got black robes rather than grey robes, which is more accurate, and he also has a hat, which the last one didn't even have a hat, so, we'll move on. We've got the I forgot which one. I think this is called Harry and the Hungarian Horntail for the exact name of the set. But yeah, this one is definitely better than the one we got in 2019 by a country mile. So in the minifigures, we get Harry, Moody, and Dumbledore. Harry's actually got a magnet piece in his hand where he can fly past that golden egg and he can automatically like pick it up, which is a really cool feature. I don't know why Lego haven't done anything like that since. They seem to have rid magnets out of their sets completely. We also get, obviously, the main attraction to the set is the Hungarian Horntail, which looks 10 times better than the one we got in 2019. Because the one in 2019, especially the head of it, looks like an eagle. There's no horns on it. There's nothing like that. The tail isn't as savage as the last one. Yeah, it just looks a bit too streamlined to me. I think if the new one was coloured white, he'd be the perfect Iron Belly Gringotts dragon. But he's meant to be the Hungarian Horntail. It's meant to be horns and spikes all over him, but it doesn't really replicate that. We also get a lot of the arena as a build rather than just a tent. Like looking at the new one, we didn't get any of the arena at all. We just get a little tent build, which looks okay when it's open, but when it's closed, it looks so bland because there's just nothing on the outside. And as you can see, just looking at the dragon, even like the tail section and the build in the middle, the old one is so much better in my opinion. I think maybe the feet are better in the new one, sorry, but that is basically about it. The old one's better in every single way. We also don't get the magnet piece, and we don't get any of the stadium. Yeah, considering it was 2005 as well, I'm going for that one. So we'll have a look at the last one on our list now. We've got the Burrow. So this is a 2010 Burrow. I remember getting this for my birthday. I absolutely love this set. The minifigures aren't as good as the new one, apart from Bellatrix Lestrange, because she has the skirt printing in this one, where the new one she doesn't. We also get the swamp build, which I actually prefer to what we get in the new one, which is like just part of the Ring of Fire, but it's not a ring. It's just like a 2x12 piece with some flames on it. I'll show you that when we get to it. But yeah, this set's quite fantastic. We get a massive kitchen as well. The build is good. Especially for 2010 standards, but it's not as good as what we got in 2020. This set is, I'd say it's perfect if it wasn't for that stupid side build of those flames. Like, come on, it just looks like such an afterthought. I wish we got part of the swamp like we did in the 2010 version instead. But all the attention here is on the build of the Burrow, and the Burrow is fantastic. It's slanted on the side, it's all crooked, and also the kitchen is even bigger. Yeah, the only criticism with the set is I do wish that maybe it wasn't a dollhouse, because if you do flip this round, it does expose all the interior. But again, all Harry Potter sets are like that. You've got all the Hogwarts sets are like that. Even the microscale one is like that. So I guess it's not too bad, but I think it would be cool if it had maybe some walls and it could swing out to expose the interior, just like the Hogwarts Express and the night bus, because it kind of does that with the bottom section of the build. With the kitchen, you can actually swing it open into two different parts for easy access, and it'd be cool if he did that mechanism for the walls as well. But yeah, I'd definitely say this Burrow set is my favourite of the two. So that about wraps up this video. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to see some more LEGO Harry Potter content. I've been Rosie with Top of Bricks. See you later.